Back then, I was working the night shift at a Circle K, located on the outskirts of town, when this incident took place. The majority of the nights were quiet, with only a few truckers, late-night snackers, or the odd suspicious customer, and I was the only worker there. But that night was different. It was around 1:15 a.m. I remember the time because I had just refilled the coffee station and was about to heat a frozen burrito in the back. Outside, the fog had gotten thick, so thick you couldn't see more than a few feet beyond the parking lot. The only road in or out was barely visible through the haze, and we were surrounded by woods. I was halfway through a soda when I saw a man coming out of the fog. He was walking slowly. He didn't even have a flashlight. He came from the side of the store where there was nothing but trees. He wore a thin jacket that didn't seem nearly warm enough for the cold, wet air. What unsettled me the most was his face. He had a wide, unnatural smile that never went away. He appeared to be in his mid-40s and had a slight baldness on the top of his head. Under the fluorescent lights, his pale skin looked gray, almost like a corpse. Without hesitation, he opened the door and stepped inside. A rush of damp, cold air flew in as the automatic door slid open. He remained silent for a few seconds, oddly scanning the store. I greeted him as I usually do. "Hey there, let me know if you need anything." He totally ignored me without saying a single word and began walking through the aisles, never picking anything up. But he kept stopping at the security mirrors, those convex mirrors we have in the corners of the ceiling. He would stand underneath one and just stare into it. Initially, I suspected that he might be under the influence of drugs or experiencing a mental health issue. I've seen plenty of customers like that over the years. Searching the store for quite some time, he finally made his way up to the counter. I kept a close eye on him just in case. Without a word, he took out a crumpled dollar bill and slammed it against the counter. He pointed to a stick of gum from the little box we keep by the register and said, "I'll take one of these." I tried to be normal as I rang it up. He simply stood there and watched me. Then, all of a sudden, he took a hard bite out of his own lower lip. The squishy sound made my skin crawl. Blood began to trickle down his chin, yet he continued to smile. His smile widened the more he bled. Using his bloodied fingers, he took the stick of gum, opened it, put it in his mouth, and chewed it softly. His eyes rolled up in a sick pleasure as he continued chewing. Seeing me look at him with shock and disgust, he spoke for the first time as if he hadn't spoken in days. "I like my flavor of gum better," and started laughing.